The personhood movement began 6 years ago in Colorado. It was started by a 21-year-old law student there, and she had this idea that she should help pass a law that would add unborn fetuses to some of the protections that everybody else gets. And basically this was driven by her belief that life begins at conception, and therefore any unborn fetuses should have the exact same protections that she has under the law. And she got this onto the Colorado ballot. It did not succeed, it failed, but now here we are 6 years later, and there have been 5 separate personhood ballots, all of which have subsequently also failed. It's shown that this strain of the pro-life movement is not really having success at the ballot box, that these generally considered to be more extreme measures, which could potentially ban abortion, they could ban in vitro fertilization, are not a way for the pro-life movement to win. The pro-life movement has been really successful with more incremental regulations. They've passed 205 separate abortion restrictions since 2010. That's more than the last decade before that. But when you look at these giant sweeping personhood amendments, these ones that would say life starts at conception, or what they would call unborn humans to the criminal code, those ones are not succeeding. And 2 more defeats in North Dakota and Colorado last night suggest that they're not going to be having much traction in the future either. I think pro-choice groups are generally very happy with what happened in North Dakota and Colorado. They were very worried particularly about the North Dakota amendment passing, and it failed by a pretty wide margin. So I think that's reassuring to pro-choice groups. However, there will probably be dozens more abortion restrictions that'll pass in 2014 with the state legislators who are just being elected into office, and that they're certainly by no means in the clear, that they have a rough battle to fight in the years ahead.